Hey guys, it's Brie from Breezy Creations, and today I'm going to show you how to make your own stencils using the Ikonart Stencil Maker. So I've already done the first step, but I'll walk you through it. Your first step is to print on the sheet that they gave you in your kit. So it looks like this. I've already printed the design on it. So it's really important in this step that you print on the milky side, not the silky side. And what that means is you're going to scratch your paper. And this side is smooth, but when I scratch it, you can hear that crick, and that's what you want to print. And it's also really important that you mirror your image. So let's move on to the next step. So for this next part, we're going to turn our images into the stencil. So you have this stencil sheet right here, and you're going to place this stencil sheet, the shiny side down. Again, it's really easy to tell. You do the same test, one smooth, one makes a scratchy noise. Then you're going to place your image down to where you can read it. And I'm actually going to cut my images out so that I can space them out a little better. So if you want more space in between, it's okay to cut your images out at this point. Alright, so the images are cut out. And the key is just to make sure that you can actually read the images. So I can read those. And then you're going to take this sheet that they gave you and place it on top. And now this is the really cool part, because they're going to use UV light to create your stencil. And so you're going to do what it's called is pre-exposing. So you're going to turn this on for about 35 seconds to pre-expose your image. All right, 35 seconds is up. I'm going to unplug this, and I'm just going to take all of this stuff off, because now we're just going to mess with this sheet. And you can't see anything yet, but that's where we're going next. So this next step is going to be a little tricky to film, but we're going to try it. You're going to put that stencil sheet onto the clipboard that they provided you, and you're going to turn your water on super hot, because what we're about to do is we're going to clean the stencil. And so I'm going to do it, and then I'll show you what I mean. And it's best to use your little handy dandy tool right here to do it. And so I'm just spraying the image. All right. So if you look closely, you can see that the image is starting to come out white. That's your stencil. So I'm going to go ahead and keep doing this, and then I'll be back when we're done for the next step. All right, so we finished washing the stencil out. So now we're on to our last few steps. The first thing we're going to do is blot it dry, because it's still a little wet. I'm going to take it off the clipboard and blot the back of it. And it's really important that you're being really gentle on this step. And so, once your image is dry, you're going to post-expose it, which just means you're going to lay it on your mat, and you're going to expose it for 3 minutes, and then your stencil is ready to use. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll show you how to use it right when it's done. All right, we're back. So I'm done post-exposing the image, and now I'm going to cut my stencil out. It's really important that when you're cutting multiple stencils that you give a good amount of room, so that when you're using the stencil, you're not worried about it going over the edge. Right. So now we're going to use one of the stencils. So you're going to take off the back of your stencil. And again, it's very easy to tell which side is the front and the back. And you're going to gently remove your stencil. So your stencil is sticky. And so I know you can't see, but I'm going to place it where I want it on to this piece of wood. And so the stencil is a little bigger than the wood piece, so I'm just going to fold the parts that I don't want underneath so that it's nice and flat, like that. So now you're going to take your paint and you're going to put just a little bit onto the stencil. So I'm using just this brush, and I'm just going to put like a nice solid like dollop on to the stencil. And you're not going to use too much paint because you're going to take the squeegee that they give you and you're going to use that to spread the paint out on to your stencil. And so then now I can wipe off the excess paint. You're just making sure that you get every little part of the stencil. And these stencils are reusable. So when I'm done with this, I'm just going to go wash it out. I'm just getting the edges. And now that I see that everything has paint, I'm just going back over and getting the excess paint. So you're not using a lot of paint at all. And the other really important thing to remember when you're doing this is you're going to want to take this off while your paint's still wet. So I'm going to go ahead and take it off. And I got to touch up some areas because I had way too much paint. But that is how you use the Ikonart Stencil Maker. I hope you guys enjoyed the video today.